puppy! Yay! Aw, good boy, Bucky.
Good.
Oh, good boy.
Good boy, little buckaroo.
Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And this is Bucky. He's got a snuggle puppy. Foxy's off camera getting some belly rubs.
Yep.
And this is RWBY, Ice Queendom, episode number 8 that we're checking out today.
Yeah.
All right, ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
See if we can save Weiss from her terrible dream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the possessed children.
Kaiju child voice. It's okay. You got your snuggle puppy. It's fine.
You want your sleep mask?
Hmm. Okay. What the hell just happened?
I'm really not sure.
What was that? Huh?
All right, sis.
Damn.
Yeah. What is she summoning?
What is up with this weather?
Looks pretty cool. Looks like Stranger Things.
What are you
Yeah.
thinking?
I don't think it's anything good.
In the name of Big Nicholas and the esteemed Schnee family, all of you shall receive
Judgment.
What now? How are we supposed to fight a building? If we get inside, it can't touch us. That's a pretty big if.
I'll go inside. And once I'm in, I'll use a coin to make a door.
All right, we'll create a distraction. Don't be so reckless. Come on.
She's super fast. That's her thing.
Just trust me, okay? You don't always have to treat me like a child.
Let's believe in our leader, Yang. All right then, here we go.
Let's do this!
Good job, Yang. Don't let Weiss get in your head. Vacuuming them up.
Can't I just go outside?
I wanna be spoiled! I wanna be spoiled!
Oh my god.
Even seeing a statue of him do that is hilarious.
Yes.
Mommy, Daddy.
What?
I wanna have fun! I wanna be free!
Oh, coin. Where's that coin?
Professor, it's John! The dream is out of control!
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty nuts.
That when her dad's statue was like became all decked
Mhm.
out in armor, is that the first thing that we see her summon in
The dream world? Oh,
yeah, is that
you mean
that
like...
knight that she summons?
That's what I thought. That's what I was getting the impression that it was.
If the changes are too much, her heart will start to resist them. The nightmare is taking advantage of the resistance from Weiss's heart. There's no turning back at this point. If you can't find a way to get through to her somehow, then Weiss will no longer be able to wake up.
Oh, no pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
If only it was that easy.
Gonna eat them. Oh, or just laser them.
Oh. Oh my god.
I know. Okay, they go back into jail.
So disturbing. I'm gonna laser eye them until they explode.
We will keep fighting.
I will allow you the freedom that you desire, as long as you are each kept locked away.
Oh, you freed him as long as you're locked away? Okay. Makes sense.
It is the only way for you to remain pure.
Looks like I found a dummy, Weiss.
Twerp.
I'm going to tell my sister that I saw all of you running around.
Sister.
Nice.
Weiss's brother?
It worked! Ruby made it inside. Let's head back.
Hurry. Okay.
Yeah, Ruby! You got us in!
We've still got work to do. And remember, we have to defeat the Grimm this time.
No second chances.
Okay, leader.
Or fifth chances.
Very fancy.
Yep. It's still very cool. Stairwell. Back to hell with
Let's go.
you.
We can do it. We'll do whatever it takes to wake her up.
There you are. You escaped too. It's time for you to go back
Time
to
out
where
to
you
Pure.
belong.
That's not happening. It's time for you to wake up, Ice Queen!
Oh, did not go so well.
Remain in there for eternity. If you do not, you will receive my judgment.
All the way back here? Hey! Let me out! No, you can hear me! Don't be crying! The Grimm, run!
The nightmare's gotten pissed.
How'd the Grimm get in here?
Go.
Is it because I took the relic?
Yeah, things are definitely getting worse.
The door! Come on, come on!
Oh no!
The train's down there!
Better hurry.
Yeah. I don't feel good about this train being able to take off.
Stopping.
Yeah, it starts really slow.
That's weird.
Takes a while to gain steam.
Hold on a second, guys. Hey, it's Sean. Sean, I can't hear you well.
What is it, Ruby? Is something wrong with the scroll?
Oh, I'd say.
Nightmare knows that we're here. We have to hurry.
No.
It got into Ruby?
Open up!
I mean, she didn't have like cracks, but she had what
Yeah.
definitely looked like the vine.
Mm-hmm.
It is time for your verdict.
What?
After what you've done, you must know what I'm required to do next. Wait, stop it!
It's Nightmare Weiss. Nice. Really good at did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely got a hold of it.
But it got a hold of
And now
Dream
each
Ruby.
of you will be banished from my city
And then got a
forever,
hold of Ruby Ruby.
and none of you will ever see me again. You won't be needing this. Weiss, no, please don't! Farewell, Ruby.
Can't end it like that. Okay.
Don't worry, it's me.
Sean,
Yang and Blake.
Weiss used her powers to make them disappear. She said she banished them, so maybe they're outside the city?
I'll go and look for them.
Thank you. I'm going back. To beat that Grim.
You're going to go alone?
Why not?
It's just...
It's the only
we
choice she
need a new
has.
plan. Okay, what if we tried using a coin?
Sillies. They're on the train?
Yeah, I
They're called
should
sillies?
probably catch you up.
Aren't they all out of coins now, though?
Yeah, I would think so. They've been spending them a lot.
Yang. Blake. I guess Weiss threw you all the way out here too, huh? Yeah.
Do you not enter as cat ears?
Return to the very beginning.
The sign.
I'm not so sure now.
Ooh, spooky house. Nice.
find some more dummies over here.
So, because of that, the nightmare can't get in here. I guess it's because I'm immune or something.
So you took the relic, and the Grimm turned all those girls into monsters?
Probably that. And because I set them free.
Huh?
Remember how Pyrrha said Weiss was protecting something important? She wasn't imprisoning them. She was protecting them.
Her child self.
Then why lock them up?
I think that for Weiss, becoming an adult means locking up all those carefree childhood feelings.
So sad.
She felt she had to control those feelings, to be the responsible adult she wants to be.
Did I
Yeah.
make things even worse for Weiss? I thought it was helping, but I didn't really think about how she felt. You know, Team Juniper is amazing.
Huh?
You think about the needs of your team. You empathize with them. You all help each other.
Ruby.
I mean, I wasn't even worried about Weiss. I never thought something like this could happen. Pyrrha noticed it when it happened to you. But I didn't see it with Weiss.
Don't do that, Ruby. You're helping her here now.
I have no right to be the leader of Team RWBY. I'm just such an embarrassment.
No.
Ruby? Ruby!
Nightmare taking over.
I'm sorry, Weiss. I'm so sorry.
Creepy.
What is all this?
Extremely
Somebody
creepy.
has terrible taste.
Big Nicholas,
Ugh. Another talking door? Who are you?
I'm the bashful Klein. I lock up people who aren't allowed to be here.
Who's not allowed to be here? You're talking about the Faunus, aren't you?
Of course. That reminds me, how did you get out here?
Like, twice? This is where I belong.
Not really. This is a distorted version.
Thank you, Klein. Your report?
Your Imperial subjects have calmed down, Mistress Weiss. Now that order has been restored to the Empire, those worthy of the Schnee name may finally find the true sleep.
The true sleep.
I'm alone. Where is everyone?
Yeah.
Ruby? You're finally awake again. Weiss? I can't
No,
believe
Ruby.
you're awake too. Yes, Ruby. All thanks to you.
That's what the nightmare's showing
You
you.
truly are my best friend in the world. And an amazing leader. I couldn't have done it alone.
Aww. Swine!
Dad, why?
The robots club.
Yeah. Yep. Something's not right. And your brain explodes. Oh, cool shot.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yep, man. Oh. The, like, realization when it hits her. Oh, man. That was rough to watch.
Very much so, yeah. A lot that happened in this episode, but this episode was also very much a setup episode. So like while there was a lot of activity between like Blake and Yang being sucked into the portal, the discovery of Ruby having the nightmare, Ruby's discovery of herself having the nightmare, Jean and Kira and the little mini-me Weisses running around.
The sillies.
The sillies.
Great name.
All kind of getting trapped into the train. And then, of course, poor Nora and Ren, like, they just keep getting beat up and thrown in jail and then beat up again.
Yeah.
They got it pretty rough in Weiss's nightmare.
But she's keeping them safe. They're just too precious.
Yes.
You know, and that's what she's got to keep them safe and make sure that they always stay pure. And how she remembers them is, yeah. So this one was pretty wild. With everything that was going on, it was just like harder for me to follow, I think, at certain points than some of the other ones. It was more just sort of like out there, I guess, for lack of a better term. The end was both the best part and like obviously like the saddest part in there. And just, I mean, because it starts off and you're like, oh, it's cool. It's like, you know, it's not cool, but you're just like, okay, well, she doesn't have a nightmare, I guess. So she has like a dream. Like these are all like her dreams come true. Happening in here, but then like it slowly starts to twist and fade. And like I love when like the spotlights came on and everyone just dropped down to being a doll. It was really great ending, really powerful ending, and they handled that whole scene very well.
And just so devastating to see Ruby as she's falling into the nightmare scenario, like crying, feeling that she's failed as a leader
Yeah.
and she's failed Weiss. I mean, just rips your heart out because Ruby's, you know, that's not Ruby. Ruby is so optimistic and determined and like she'll find a solution. And yeah, just to see her succumb to despair like that was.
And for Blake to see like, okay, again, to have it thrown in her face of Weiss's prejudice against the Faunus. She's like, okay, so this is how she sees me. I deserve to be here and locked away and like not even in the cage with everybody else, but like in my own little haunted mansion off like on the side.
Yeah, I will say it was pretty cool that there was a haunted mansion in Weiss's nightmare. I don't want it for Blake. I'm not saying that's where I want Blake to live, but like the image of sort of like, oh, I forget what they're called, but like, so the men in suits reminded me of those like dolls that are in art class that like you learn to draw the shapes of the body with. If I don't remember what the name of what they're called, but they're usually wooden. And it's like the cylinders for the upper arms, the cylinders for the lower arms. You know the ones I'm talking about? You're giving me a blank stare. Yeah. Anyway, maybe somebody out there is understanding what I'm trying to say. But it reminded me of those. And then like in the image of the tree trunk, it looked like a woman was like screaming. And then there was like this very horrifying something kind of in the trunk of the tree. So just the detail and the art on this, I really appreciated. And then I pointed out at the time, but the do not enter sign having cat ears, like a faunus. I mean, that like... even if you didn't have the haunted mansion, like just that, throwing cat ears on a do not enter sign is just in and of itself a very powerful message.
And I'm not sure why the nightmare can't go into the train. Something to do with Jean's sword and the fact that Jean is not supposed to be there or is like immune to him, to the nightmare. And so the nightmare can't come in there. But like, yeah. So like Weiss in this dream can affect Jean, but then the nightmare itself can't.
Or maybe it's just all connected to Jean's sword because that's his source of power. Because like he didn't have a sword, I don't think, when he was running through because it was still stuck in the train. Yeah. So my guess is maybe it has something to do with his sword.
Okay. I can see that.
I know we said it during this and we said it, I think, after the last episode as well. But like just the tragedy of Weiss feeling she has to give up all of her childhood fancies, childhood emotions, sense of humor, sense of fun and play, because that's what being an adult is. I think that mentality is still pervasive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In our culture. But it's also so heartbreaking and tragic. And so I appreciate the depiction of it in this because I think it's something that probably many of us can relate to, feeling like we have to set aside those things.
Yeah, and like, obviously some things you're going to hopefully grow out of, and you're not going to be the same sort of like kid when you're an adult and have the same necessarily like desires and like same selfishness. I mean, kids are selfish. And whatnot, but like at the same time, to deny yourself maybe like the simple pleasures in life, because like that's not what an adult is supposed to do. Yeah, I can't think of anything like specific. I don't know.
I mean, this is going to be a very bizarre connection that I'm going to draw right now, but I'm going to draw it anyway. We were watching an episode of The Blacklist last night, and in this episode, it's basically like a bunch of rich people who pay to have a shared experience in which somebody is basically like entrapped in some fashion or, put in a life-threatening scenario from which they need to escape. And the whole concept behind why these rich people would pay to have this absolutely horrific experience of watching somebody die is because they want to feel alive and not feel so numb. Yeah. And so as I'm listening to you talk and as I'm watching this, I'm thinking like, maybe part of that is because we give up our childishness. Like you feel so alive when you're a child. Everything is amazing. Everything is a new discovery. Everything is interesting and unique. And there's new trouble to get into. There's a new challenge to try. Like you feel very alive as a child. And then you become an adult and we tend to fall into like a certain rhythm and a routine. And that in and of itself can be very numbing, especially if you've told yourself like, I can't have fun, simple, childish pleasures. And I can't to be amazed by something is going to make me seem, I don't know, immature or less sophisticated or whatever it is. So yeah, I don't know. As we were sitting here, it made me kind of think of that. I'm like, well, maybe that's kind of what's wrong is that you need to go out and have like a horrifying experience to feel alive. You just have to kind of remember what it's like to be a kid and enjoy some of life.
Yeah, but I mean, also like Weiss is at that age where like when you're a teenager, like you don't want to be thought of as a kid. You don't want to be a kid anymore, and you want to be an adult. Yeah. And so you try to like act more like an adult, and you don't want kid things. And then later on, when you become adult, you're just like, man, I had it good as a kid. Why am I? Why do I want to get to this point?
Well, then especially like as like if you've ever talked to like grandparents or the elderly in some fashion, like all of them talk about, especially if they're asked like, oh, how did you live such a long life? It's like, oh, well, like I kept my childish sense of wonder or like I kept my sense of humor. They talk about things that we often associate with being childlike,
Immature, yeah.
But it's funny how that pendulum swings because once you get older, you miss some of your childishness. And once you become elderly, you kind of try to recapture it in a way.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And thanks so much for checking out our reaction for RWBY Ice Queendom. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.